Kia ora, my name's Shelby, and today we are going to do a quick story on the beer hall Putsh in Munich, and a brief on Adolf Hitler. He's related to it. So, the First World War defeat of his country lit a fire in Adolf Hitler. "In these nights, hatred grew in me," is a quote. "In these nights, hatred grew in me, hatred for those responsible for this deed, miserable and degenerate criminals." Close quote. In March 1920, Hitler became active in the German Workers' Party, and on 11th of July 1921, he resigned from the party, knowing that his popularity meant it would collapse without him. When he was asked to return, he agreed, but on condition that he was in charge. On 29th of July 1921, Hitler was introduced as Führer of the National Socialist Party, and he changed his name of the party to the National Socialist German Workers' Party. On 8th of November 1923, Hitler awoke with a sore head and a toothache, but refused aides' suggestions that he see a doctor and dentist, saying that he was too busy. That day he attempted to seize power in the Munich beer hall Putsch. Around 3,000 gathered in the Burger Brokeller to listen to a speech by Gustav Ritter von Kahr, the State Commissioner of Bavaria. At 8:30 p.m., as von Kahr spoke, around 600 stormtroopers surrounded the hall. Hitler walked up the aisle of the hall and jumped on a chair. He fired a shot in the air and shouted, "The Bavarian government and the government at Berlin are hereby deposed. A new government will be formed at once." Hitler took von Kahr and other dignitaries to a side room and told them that he and the war hero General Erich Ludendorff would form a new administration. By early the next morning, Hitler began to realize that his plot had not been successful. At 11 a.m., with Ludendorff, Hermann Göring, and Julius Streicher, he began a demonstration moving towards the center of Munich. When the 3,000 protesters reached their destination at 12:20 p.m., 100 armed policemen met them. Hitler ordered the police to lay down their weapons. They responded by opening fire. 16 Nazis and 3 policemen were dead. Göring was shot in the thigh and Hitler fled in a car. 3 days later, Hitler was arrested and charged with treason. Bit of the aftermath was on 26th of February 1924. The trial opened at the Infantry Officers' School in Munich. Virtually all the judges had sympathy for Hitler and the other 10 defendants. By the time closing arguments were made on 27th of March, millions of Germans supported Hitler. The verdict was delivered on 1st of April 1924. Ludendorff, unsurprisingly, was acquitted, but the others were found guilty. Hitler was sentenced to 5 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 6 months. Here's just another image of them. Another one that we found on Uncle Google. But yeah, so that's a quick story on Adolf Hitler and the Munich beer hall Putsch, and hope you enjoyed. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.